Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be checking out the racing game Car Racing Unlimited 3, the true racing experience. So a few days ago, I think actually a day ago, I made a poll on my channel asking if you guys wanted to see game reviews, and that poll was a complete yes by a long shot. Like 93% of people wanted to see that. So I decided to start off this series. I wanted to start by reviewing this game right here. So if you're wondering how I found out about it, I just looked up racing games, and this was actually one of the first to pop up. And I did notice this game was only created like, I would say, about 6 months ago, maybe 7 months ago. And I looked at the daily player base. They have like almost 100 players on their daily, and they have about 2.5 million views. So I really was curious to see what is getting people to play this game, what is really so good about this. So that is exactly what we're going to be covering today. Alright guys, so the first thing that you encounter upon entering this game is the map selection menu. And one thing I will say off the bat though, not really a big fan of this GUI. Like, it doesn't look very attractive to me. Like, just everything is kind of unorganized, I would say. Like, it's just like the square could be all the way down, and like, I don't know, I just feel like it should be covering your whole screen. It's pretty distracting, but at the same time it is very simple and easy to understand. You just have 3 maps here and a select obvious button right there. So anyways, the 3 maps that you have, I will say, are pretty nice. You have the CEO Speedway, which is a city racetrack, and this one I think is fairly known for most people. You have a regular standard drag strip. I don't think this is really based off anywhere. And we have the Chorus Speedway. Haven't really heard of this track before, but you know, it is pretty cool. But anyways, in this video we're probably just going to be focusing on the CL Speedway because that is the default map. So I will say though off the bat, the GUI is not necessarily that great, but I do like the map varieties. You have a straight track, you have a forest track, and you have a city track, which is all pretty unique and diverse. So I will give the game points for that. Alright guys, so now it's time to test the driving experience of this game. And I will say though, like, without the menu and everything doesn't look very attractive. It's just like, I feel like they could have had this a lot more cleaner. Like the lap times, the car meet, just everything's just not very attractive for the most part, but it's still bearable, I would say. Anyways, let's get in this car and try it out. So I will say a positive of this game is that it has startups, which is pretty nice. It seems to have sound too, and it also has point of view. Pretty nice because the car sounds different from each point of view. I will have to say though, man, this car looks slick. Anyways, let's take it for a spin now, proper one. So I will say though, the GUI, like the car GUI right here, looks actually pretty nice. I think it has a clean look, but it's not too clean, but yet it's still pretty nice, simplistic, and attractive. Now, in terms of physics and acceleration, I think the acceleration would probably be fairly realistic, but physics aren't really that great for the most part. I do too much when I'm driving, but like the physics, they're like, I'm not saying they're bad, but they're not, like, I wouldn't say they're exactly realistic. They're like, you can tell that they tried to achieve that, but like, I just don't really feel that. So I feel like the car should be more sliding and less grippy. But I will say though, I do actually kind of appreciate the handling of something, because this handling is probably going to be more friendly to newer players who are not very skilled at driving, especially in Roblox. Because these cars are not very hard to drive for the most part. Let's say I completely underestimated the amount of braking I need for this corner ahead, or probably something like that. I could brake and the car would probably like just stop and turn really quickly like that. It's really sharp, very simple, and I gotta say, from a proper, I guess, hardcore racer, you probably not like these physics, but for someone who's just casual or someone who just isn't really good at driving yet still wants to be able to play a game or a car game, well, this would be a good game for you guys. It's very simple and easy to race in. So yeah. One thing I will say about this game is that it probably has some of the best lightings for any Roblox game I've seen so far. Like, I gotta say, the lighting just, it looks really nice. Something about it, it's just, it might not be very realistic, but yeah, it makes these cars look so good. It does not look like a Roblox game. We just snipped out everything else and just got the car itself. So like, for a Roblox game, the lighting is seriously impressive. It's definitely a big strong point for this game. And like, the camera angle and everything just really seems to accommodate photo taking. So I do have to say, that is something I would take it to hand if you ever are a photographer for Roblox car games, because this might be a game for you. Alright guys, so I did want to also mention all the flaws that I noticed in this game. I mean, I probably could have missed a few, but first of all, this car game seems to have no customization at all. So whatever color you get at the start is what you're stuck with. So all these cars are going to remain, I guess, in the default color configurations, which is kind of a bummer, because I really wanted to see how this Hisarira or whatever it's called would look like in something like that. So you should also do that to notice. Second of all, GUI and the meshes aren't very, I wouldn't say great. I mean, they're not really terrible from what I've seen from a Roblox game, but like, if you look very closely, you can tell this is pretty poor quality. And like, the car seems to be a free model, which I could be wrong about, but that is something I noted too. And just the GUI, just like everything's thrown at your face, is not very comfortable, especially when you're just trying to enjoy the true racing experience of this game. When you have like donation here and point of view coin. Like, it would have been better if you could have a button where you can clear this all out. I do also want to say that there is no progression in this game, so after a while you will probably run out of things to do. Like, when you join the game, you have everyone unlocked, which is a good thing to some extent, but it's also a bad and annoying thing. And I didn't want to mention though, to be fair, you could always go to lap time and try and set a record, but that's really difficult to do after you tread out every car and track. Alright guys, so now it's time for the final overview, and for my overview, I will say that this game is definitely something that is worth giving out a try. I wouldn't say by any means it is a top tier Roblox racing game, but I did actually enjoy my experience here, and here's exactly why I did like it. So first of all, let's get into the physics coverage. Many people might disagree with me, but I actually kind of like the physics in this game. Like, they might not exactly realistic, and they're definitely not realistic actually, but I really just have lots of fun just racing around, and like, you can see how you can feel the speed when you're racing around and everything. That's just lots of fun to try out, and just the sharpness of the turning is actually enjoyable. Like, it might not be to some, but it's simplistic and fun and easy to understand. Second of all, the cars. So I really like the cars in this game. I'm just gonna be honest with you, I have no idea what this is, but I'm still having fun driving around it and just getting to try out different types of race cars. And I do have to say, I like the fact that this car game has given us the chance to do that. Like, especially the Corvette C8 race car. Like, I have never tried that before in a racing game in Roblox, and I'm just glad that this game has given us the opportunity to do that. So it has lots of unique cars, lots of rare cars that you don't see in many other racing games. And a lot of the cars I've seen in this game are cars that I've seen people beg for in other games. So that is something you should consider. If you like to see unique cars, this is a game for you. And then of course we also have the lighting. So these cars they look so good, especially in this lighting. Like, everything about this game looks nice. Like, I would say the map quality is probably pretty bad, but like, the lighting just seems to make it look nice. That's something I really just like about this game. Like, it is a nice looking game in terms of the cars, or like, I don't know how to explain it, but just like, you can take really nice pictures like that and like this or whatever, and it's really up to you to show your creativity. But with max graphics, it's a nice looking game. So with that out of the way, please drop a like if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe, join the Discord server, and comment down below if I missed anything, because I probably missed a category or two before. So I haven't really like done proper Roblox racing game reviews in my channel, so I'm not necessarily like the most experienced out there in terms of game reviews. But yeah, comment down below what you thought of this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.